helping one another. You see, I was cleaning out my Instagram today, and retrospect is a bastard, as I said in one of my songs. And unfortunately, as human beings, we tend to see things late in the reverse, and most times we can never make up for the mistakes of the past, the people we lost, the people we hurt, the things we said, the opportunities we didn't take, the skills we didn't acquire, etc., etc. It's very hard to make up for the past, you know? But going down my timeline and seeing my past, pictures can only lie in what they show. Most people don't understand that, but a picture is the biggest line, the biggest truth at the same time, because people can wear the biggest smile but be unhappy in the picture. So you have to have good memory, but some pictures are just what they are. And going down my timeline, a lot of people have a misconception, like, you're so lucky, you've done this, you've done that, you're so successful. I tell you, I've never had an ounce of luck. In my entire life, everything is solely hard work. And I've never succeeded at anything in my life. All of my goals, I've never reached a single one. And looking at my timeline, I realized why. I looked at a timeline filled with feeding dogs, cats, rats, guinea pigs, mice, amphibians, saving all these animals, housing numerous people who didn't have a home or were homeless, housing numerous people chasing dreams of fighting or music or something else, buying people cars, helping people with car notes, helping people with houses, promoting other people, all this. And I realized two things. One, well, a few things. I have more energy and stamina than almost anybody out there. Yes, stamina still exists, ladies. I got more work ethic than most people out there. At the same time, a realize that hard work ain't what just solely pays off. And that despite how much energy you have, if you're giving so much to others, you don't have for yourself, you won't succeed. So my failures, maybe it was a 10% energy I was missing, or the person I helped when I should have helped myself, that caused the failure. Then I realized none of these people have ever done shit for me. So it made me think of something a still good friend of mine said. He had a pretty good thing going on in life, and it fell off at one point. And he told me when he got his shit together, and much better than the first time, he was like, hey, D, you got to be selfish. And I went ape shit. How am I going to be selfish? I would be like everybody else. You can't tell me to be selfish. You know that ain't me. This is that, blah, blah, blah. Because I thought I knew what the hell I was talking about. And he's like, no, you got to be, man. I started being selfish. Look at me now. You know what I mean? I flipped this like a pancake. Nah, man, I can't do it that way. I can't do it that way. This was years ago. What, like 5 years ago, I believe. 5 years ago. And he's successful right now. Has a good wife, kids, good job. And I still see him helping people. But now I realize it's funny, and this is where this coronavirus thing comes in. I see everybody talking about helping one another. And it's weird. I never see anybody talking about helping one another until a person themselves feels at risk. If you pay attention to things, how many people have you yourself helped that said, hey, my nigga, Get at me, you know I got you. Get at me when you need something. For words worth, but you get at them, and it's always a reason why they can't help you. How many people now, let's just think how many people currently now do you see talking about we got to help each other, we got to stand together, that you personally know, and they ain't never helped you or nobody else? How many people? How many celebrities do you see? I speak for myself. You know how many celebrities I see? Or Instagram models or fans only, people make whatever, making bread, and they writing about on posts of abused animals or this coronavirus thing or the Australian fires. Oh, it's so sad, blah, blah, blah. Wish something could be done. Well, maybe it's just me, but the easiest thing that could be done is a simple repost. You got 600K, 700K, 800K, 1 million plus followers. Most people are drones and exactly that followers. What would a simple repost saying to help out do? You go to their page, this fire or this virus or this homeless person or this misfortune that's happened that they're writing about on someone else's page, how empathetic they are. You don't even see a simple repost on their page. Yet alone see them writing that they're going to give towards the cause they're supposedly empathetic about. So my question is, should you help people? And if you should, who should you help and how much? You know, I didn't get it before. My mom used to tell me to help people less as well because she said you were enabling people. I didn't really understand it then. I get it more now because the people I've helped the most actually despise me today. And they started to despise me when I didn't have the means to help them as much as I helped them before. Because I got a fucking family. So I still helped, but less because they became entitled and, as my mom would say, enabled. It became an expectation. I've seen women get giant teddy bears and chocolate from their boyfriends on Valentine's Day and then complain to their friends about what they got. I've seen people talk about the stimulus check for $1,200 and complain about it. Oh, it's my money that I earned. I'm going to have to pay it back, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, some of this may be true, but it's still money you weren't going to get coming to you right now. I've seen people get $5 tips and walk away and complain about the tip being $5 because the people that they served had money from their perception. So it begs an interesting question. Should you help people like this? Should you only help people in need? And what defines being in need, really? Are they in need and misfortune got them there? Are they in need and they got themselves there? Should you help either way or help in only one case? And I'm not with the cliche saying things. Everybody know I'll follow my own path. People say, oh, you should help someone with no expectation. I've always had an expectation when I've helped people. My expectation is, don't fuck me over. My expectation is simply say thank you. My expectation is if I was ever in a totally fucked up spot and you doing well, holla at your boy if I needed it. Saying not to expect anything is a silly notion. Why should you not expect good fortune or that somebody would be there for you that you've been there for? It would be, maybe the whole saying not to expect anything, whoever made this saying up knew that the nature of people is why you should not expect anything, because most people probably will not do what you've done. So since I looked at myself in retrospect and realized things going down my timeline, I have to ask each and every one of you, the few of you, because most of y'all motherfuckers probably ain't helping nobody, but I know some good people out there that do help. So, and ironically, a lot of them don't have the things that they want in life or haven't fulfilled their goals. So I ask everybody to look at themselves and wonder, or ask the question: are you helping the right people? Are you helping the right people with the right things? Are you investing in the right people? Are you doing too much as I have, to the point where you're going to destroy all your aspirations as I have? You know, what have these people done for you? Don't do what I did and say and ponder what they would do for you. I'm a pretty analytical person, but I've misanalyzed that a lot. What have they done for you? What have they shown you? What have they given you? What appreciation has been manifested towards you factually, in reality? You know, I would say that these people who have shown things through actions rather than words, if I could go back in time, these are the only people I would have ever invested in. Maybe I would have fulfilled some of my goals and dreams and aspirations at this point. Am I going to quit? No, it's not in my nature. But I'm like 800 years behind. So the whole point of these Robinson Wisdoms is to give simply my perspective and open people's eyes and maybe make a person go, I get that. I didn't think of that. And hopefully not make any mistakes that I've made, and better their lives and their families and their few true friends. So help. Should we help each other? That's the question. Should we? Should we? What will happen if we don't? You know, and everyone just want to invest in themselves, as most people do, though most people don't invest in anything worth a shit. Or what changes will we see if we only invested in those who invest in us? What would that force others to do, or others to become? Or what would happen if we just helped everybody? It's a lot of questions in your boy's mind right now. And I usually just make the statements so you guys leave with your own questions. You know, thinking is a good thing, because with thinking you usually come to conclusions. And thought out conclusions and internalizing things usually lead to growth. But right now, I have all these questions. So maybe you guys tell me, and don't never be scared to write in the comments your thoughts, your opinions, because people reading that shit helps everybody. You know what I mean? Even that helps everybody if you share your experiences or your thoughts. So make sure you hit that in the comments, motherfucking below. And make sure, if you ain't following me everywhere, it's at FallNinja510. Follow your boy. Support the movement. And you know I got Project One for All, helping these homeless animals and families. Hit that patreon.com/FallNinja510. Give $1 a month or something for that. You know, till the next episode, I'm out.